This time next year, the corridors of Dagenham's civic centre will be a completely different place. Currently home to cabinet meetings and public inquiries, it will soon become East London's newest university.
We've situated ourselves in this part of London because we know that this is an area of London which needs to, we need to raise aspirations, we need to get much more involvement of young people into higher education. So very much thinking about the students first of all, the sorts of lives that they live, which can be complicated, can be very busy, people with part-time work, caring responsibilities, as I said, but try to make the courses that we offer as accessible as possible.
Aimed at the local community on a budget, Coventry's new CU campus will offer cut-price degrees and pay-as-you-go plans.
Our costs are around £6,500 to £7,500 per year, which is substantially lower than most universities. All of our courses are eligible for student loans, so if people want to draw down a loan, that's absolutely fine, they can do that. But equally, if they have the money, they can pay the courses as they go, paying for one module at a time. So a much more flexible approach to the way in which they pay for their studies.
It's something Barking and Dagenham Council have welcomed, granting the lease for the building.
The aspiration of the borough has changed. At one time we were very much field workers and we worked and were educated to that level. But now the aspiration has changed, London's changing, it's more dynamic, and we want to reflect that. And using that civic building, the civic centre in that way, really does show that we are meaningful in changing where our society can go. We are one of the poorest boroughs in London, but our aspiration is through the roof, and all of our assets need to be used in the most productive way. So the days of selling off, I think, are very old hat. They went out with the 80s. It's something we couldn't have done as a local authority, and at the same time though, we keep the asset and it only grows in value, so we can actually then borrow on the back of that to then do other improvements we want to see in the borough.
The building has a ways to go yet before it opens its doors. Coventry University plans to spend £8 million on renovation in time for their first students in September 2017.